thank you, Heavenly Father, for our town and our state and our country. We ask you daily, Lord, to bless our country. And Heavenly Father, be with our men and women in this conflict. Just protect them, Lord, and keep them safe. Be with our police and our farmers, Lord, today, that minister to us and our local town. Just be with them, protect them, keep them safe. Lord, now, Lord, thank you for this audience that's here tonight. These young people that have been picked to be recognized. We thank you, Lord, for our education system. We ask you to help us always develop the best that we have. Lord, let's all these things.
To the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation under God, indivisible.
Cole. Here. Grable. Here. Effley.
Here.
Henry.
Here.
Johnson.
Here.
Kelly.
Here.
Morrow.
Here. All right, everyone's here tonight. Need approval of the minutes of October 20th, 2014.
So moved. Second.
A motion second. All in favor, say aye. Aye. Opposed, same sign. Motion carried. Minutes have been approved. Election appointments, we have none. Special orders and committees. Mayor Johnson.
Thank you, Mr. President. Council, I have two proclamations to read this evening. The first one, I'd like to invite Mark Pellegrino from Ohio and South Lincoln County to join me. November is recognized as Hire a Veteran Month. And you may be aware that in the city of Heath, in our civil service testing process, we do provide additional points to the civil service test for those who have served our country in the armed forces. Also, I can tell you, in having sat in on various interviews for various positions in the city, those who are veterans, I think, come across generally as having a little bit better leadership style and a teamwork skill set that works well with what we do. So certainly it's my pleasure to be able to proclaim November as Hire a Veteran Month here in the city of Heath. And Mark's here to accept the proclamation. Whereas it is one of the responsibilities of the mayor of the city of Heath, Ohio, to recognize occasions and events of outstanding significance. Whereas military veterans have sacrificed greatly for our freedom of our country's citizens. Whereas our nation is indebted to all veterans whose selfless service is an inspiration to us all. Whereas there are nearly 900,000 veterans in Ohio, the sixth largest veteran population in the nation, who have refined skills, dedication, and leadership to offer our workforce. Whereas in 2013, the Ohio Department of Job and Family Services Veterans Program assisted 90 veterans in obtaining employment in Central Ohio. Whereas all organizations are encouraged to employ the motivated and disciplined veterans returning to civilian life by actively pursuing programs and resources to assist our nation's veterans in finding meaningful employment. And now, therefore, I, Mark D. Johns, Mayor of the City of Heath, Ohio, do hereby proclaim the month of November 2014 as Hire a Veteran Month. Mark, thank you. Appreciate you being here. I want to talk a little bit about the...
Thank you. First of all, thank you, Mr. Mayor. Thank you, Councilman Woman. Thank you for Heath citizens for this proclamation. Actually, I work with the Ohio Department of Job and Family Services for the state of Ohio. I'm a veterans representative. I myself is a veteran also. One of the things we do is we help veterans find employment. The governor of Ohio, probably about a few years back, started issuing a proclamation for Hire a Veterans Month. This is to remind employers that we have veterans, that are qualified, to enter the workforce. Another thing that's happening is there's a drawdown now with the military. We have veterans returning back from Afghanistan. Right now, the mayor said we have around 900,000 here in Ohio. In Licking County alone, we have 15,000 roughly. I actually serve two counties, Licking and Coshocton. With the work of my associate Joseph Duncan, we help we help these veterans. We provide resume services for them. We get in contact with employers. Not only do I cover these two counties, but not just me, but we have about 60 veteran representatives that cover all 88 counties in Ohio. So our main goal is to help veterans find work, and also work partnership of the local county one-stops for the Ohio Means Jobs job sites. So, but again, I would like to thank you very much all for this. Thank you.
Thank you. Appreciate it. The second proclamation I have this evening is to recognize an outstanding performance that I was privileged to attend a couple of weekends ago. You may have seen an article in reference to this in the Newark Advocate maybe a month and a half ago. A Heath High School student, currently a sophomore, Olivia Hirschman, wrote a play, 2 acts, I'm not even sure how many scenes. It took 2 hours, and it was a quick 2 hours. It was, I was personally moved by the depth of content and concepts that were in this play. It was, I thought, a tremendous
And Miss Gibson, if you want to take one back to the school as well, that would be great. We also have representatives from the city schools and the high school administration who are here in recognition of this outstanding play. Olivia and Ms. Gibson, would you like to come up, please?
Whereas it is one of the responsibilities of the mayor of the city of Heath to recognize extraordinary organizations and people. And whereas provisions for cultural arts events are important to a community, regardless of the age or experience of its participants. And whereas it is unusual for a high school freshman to possess the talent and motivation to compose and direct an outstanding 2-act play. And whereas the play Under the Stars, written by Heath High School sophomore Olivia Hirschman, contains a depth of content and quality of writing that is unique and inspiring. And whereas production of the magnitude and quality of Under the Stars requires not just dedication of the on-stage performers, but also from the supporting sound, lighting, and set creation crews. And now, therefore, on behalf of the City Council and the citizens of Heath, I, Mark D. Johns, Mayor of Heath, Ohio, do hereby recognize Olivia Hirschman and the Heath High School Theater Department on their exceptional accomplishment. Would you just like to maybe kind of share with council some of the background and maybe what inspired you to write the play and all that went into such an outstanding production?
I'll start by saying that I'm just blessed to work in a community like Heath with students who are so not just talented but wonderful and loving. And Olivia started this with her just brilliant, deep, imaginative, thoughtful script, and students just climbed on board and did anything in their power to make sure that her vision was brought to life as much as they could help. And it was just wonderful to be a part of this. It was wonderful to see them all working together. And I couldn't be happier. And thank you, Mr. Mayor and Council, for for this proclamation. We're very happy. And I'll let Olivia talk about how this started and how it came to be.
Well, it started in theater class when Miss Gibson said that someone should write a play for our class to do, and so I asked her if I could write a play, and she was like, sure. And so then I started writing, and then we decided it would be something for the whole school, and then we cast people, so I'm so thankful for the cast and the crew and Miss Gibson who helped me do this because I couldn't have done it without them. But I mean, I was inspired from the Holocaust Museum in 8th grade when I saw all the stuff in the museum, like the shoes and the pictures and everything like that, and so it just inspired me to write a story about young people during the time.
When did you put together the cast?
In May.
In May. And they rehearsed all summer.
Yeah, we rehearsed forever, but I mean.
And so this wasn't necessarily, I mean, obviously it's summer, you're not in class. They're not doing it for a grade, right?
Yeah.
They did it for something beyond just a grade. And I think that's outstanding, and I think it speaks to the quality of each of the cast members and the crew in the production. Just fantastic, and I was again just blown away at how fantastic of a production it was, and your writing of an extremely difficult period in our history and in the world's history, and very tough concepts to tackle. Just tremendous job. Thanks.
Thank you. Unfinished business? There's none. Petition of communications?
In accordance with Chapter 913 of Board of the Heath City Codified Ordinances, with the local state property failed to respond to zoning ordinances for high grass and uncut weeds, and subsequently the high grass and weeds were cut under the direction of the city.
Mr. Henry. A motion second for the county auditor. All in favor say aye. Aye. Opposed, same sign. Motion has been carried. Mr. Henry. A motion second receive and file communication. All in favor say aye. Aye. Opposed, same sign. Motion carried. That brings us to the visitor section. All of our visitors just left. Of the three that are remaining, does any visitor like to speak? Approach the podium, state your name and address, and tell us why you're here tonight. All right, moving right on to committee reports. Finance and budget, Mr. Taylor.
Finance Committee met this evening. We had no legislative requests. Under other items, Hunter Alexander reported the impound lot auction of Jay's Towing brought in a total of $14,508. These funds were applied to the law enforcement fund. We also had another $500, I believe, via eBay as a result of these items. So round numbers were about $15,000 for this to go into the law enforcement fund. Any other items? Heath?
Thank you, Mr. Chairman. Recognizing a employee anniversary, I'd like to recognize later this month Kim Geller with 25 years. Pretty significant milestone. And Mr. Chairman, I have nothing else. Thank you.
It's a quarter century. Nothing. Says all. Thank you.
Public Services, Mr. Morrow.
Thank you, Mr. President. The Public Service Committee meeting was held October 27, 2014 at 5:30 p.m. The wastewater side, the rate study meeting will be held October 28 at 1 p.m. Industrial inspections are currently underway. 6 locations will be included. The industry's discharge check is wet water within the production process. The bioassay is completed. The test determines the relation or relative strength of a substance by comparing its effect on a test organism. The chlorine treatment is near completion for the year. The treatment is done November 1 to April 30th, 2015. Recent repairs have been made to the press polymer pump and belt press switch. 2014 sludge hauling season is complete with 550 tons from the sludge barn. Finally, recent flushed lines behind Staples shows a large buildup of grease. 5 restaurants are on this line, as are other businesses. From the water side, a valve turning tool is being looked into. Recent repairs are being made in an existing effluent valve. Review is complete on industrial utility drawings at Mistros and ABY leasing companies. Finally, Mr. Geller discussed the water tank site. Negotiations are currently underway to replace the WCLT tank with a 350,000 gallon lower, wider tank. More of that's to come. Nothing else to discuss. The meeting was adjourned at 6:15 p.m. Anything else, John Geller?
Yeah, I'd like to recognize Steve Glob with 23 years of service at the water plant. He's in the process of getting ready to retire too, so we're going to miss Steve a lot, but he's a good employee.
Thank you. Thank you, Mr. President.
Thank you. Public safety, Mr. Thompson.
Thank you, Mr. President. Public safety will meet Monday, November the 10th at 5:30 p.m. Chief Huggins, do you have anything to add?
No employees tonight. I just stayed up because I can't see them all. I just want to thank the mayor in particular, council members. We got a late start for the fire levy, but I don't think there's much more to be done. I appreciate the letters and
work the council, our paid staff, and especially our volunteers did promote our fire levy, and we just have to wait to see what the voters decide tomorrow. But I appreciate everything that was done, and we'll just have to wait to see. So thank you.
Thank you, Chief. Chief Mason, what do you do today?
Yeah, I'd like to recognize Detective Mark Phillips for his 15 years this month, and Dispatcher Tammy Miller will be completing her first year with the department this month. I'd also like to thank Auditor Alexander for doing a fine job helping Sergeant Black, Joelman Jones pull off another successful auction from police. Thank you, sir.
Thank you. Thank you, Mr. President.
Thank you. Streets and drainage, Mr. Bradford.
Thank you, Mr. President. Streets and drainage will meet November the 17th at 5:30 p.m. Bob, anything to add?
Nothing. Thank you, Mr. President. Thank you. Community Development Zoning, Mr. Henry.
Community Development Committee met tonight at 5:30 and going over the agenda. Number one, Jen Wilkin gave a brief report to the city on the planning of the 50th anniversary celebration. And information was requested by it.
This month regarding the improvements to the council chamber public address system. And Tri-County Crossroads has purchased the old Wonder Bread property and is planning to utilize it as a truck sales lot. We're in the process of converting that and rehabbing. Waste Away Refuge is constructing a new service and office building adjacent to Jay's store. Before, FEMA has revised floodplain maps for Lincoln County. There are no changes in the Heath area. We do this every 10 years. So there's no changes, so you don't have to worry about getting any insurance required.
Number 5, a report for grass cutting and property maintenance costs was presented, and these will be forwarded to the county auditor. And Eddie Hunt has been named as the mayor's representative to the Wickton County Area Transportation Study. President Mr. John Robb, who has served the city's representative, served as the city's representative for 23 years. Thank you, John. Was the end? John, did I miss anything?
No, that's fine.
Thank you, Mr. President.
Thank you. Parks, Recreation, and David Shea.
David Shea will be Monday, November 17th, immediately following Streets of Drake.
Planning Commission, Mr. Craig. Planning Commission met on October 22nd. We had a couple items of new business. We have a final plan review for Misfile, MISTRAS, corner of James Parkway and Kaiser Drive. That's a new industry formerly housed at the Kaiser plant. That was approved, final plan review. Tri-County parking lot. The site formerly known as the Wonder Bread store for I don't know how many years on Beaver Road. It's now going to be the truck sales lot for Tri-County Chrysler. That site review was approved. Under old business, we had further discussion on the type of zoning RC3 ordinance. Mr. Groff, anything to add?
No, thank you.
Mayor Johns?
Nothing to add, thank you.
Thank you.
All right. Brings us to introduction of ordinances. Ordinance 80, 2014.
Ordinance 80, 2014, an ordinance approving the collective bargaining agreement with the FOP of Ohio Labor Council Inc. to take effect on the date of mutual ratification and remain in effect through March 31st, 2017, and authorizing and directing the mayor to execute it on behalf of Mr. Heath and declaring an emergency.
Ordinance 20, 2014 be held with a second reading.
Any comments or discussion? Seeing none, roll call.
Cole? Yes. Crable?
Yes.
Heffley?
Yes.
Henry?
Yes.
Johnson?
Yes.
Kelly?
Yes.
Morrow?
Yes.
Ordinance 78, 2014 has been adopted. Ordinance 79, 2014.
An ordinance authorizing the appropriation of $676.36 within the general fund to fire materials and supplies for a state refund.
Mr. President,
Mr. Johnson.
I'd like to make a motion to adopt ordinance 79, 2014.
Second. Motion and a second to adopt. Any comments or discussion? Seeing none, roll call.
Cole?
Yes.
Crable?
Yes.
Heffley?
Yes.
Henry?
Yes.
Johnson?
Yes.
Kelly?
Yes.
Morrow?
Yes.
Ordinance 79, 2014 has been adopted. There are no resolutions on the first reading. Brings us resolutions on the second reading. Resolution 2014-6.
Resolution in the matter of the update of the district solid waste management plan.
Mr. President,
Mr. Morrow.
I'd like to make a motion to adopt resolution 2014-6.
Second.
A motion is second. Any comments or discussion? Seeing none, roll call.
Cole?
Yes.
Crable?
Yes.
Heffley?
Yes.
Henry? Johnson?
Yes.
Kelly?
Yes.
Morrow?
Yes.
Resolution 2014-6 has been adopted. Okay. Reports of city officials, Mayor Johnson.
Thank you, Mr. President. Welcome to the visitors in attendance this evening. Those who are still here and those who left. Want to congratulate Kim on 25 years of service with the city. And I and the rest of the people of Heath are looking forward to your next 25 years of service to the city. Reminder to everyone, next Tuesday is November 11th, Veterans Day. Here at City Hall, we will hold our annual Veterans Day ceremony. The Heath American Legion Post 771 puts on that ceremony. I think it starts at 5 o'clock. It's either 5 or 5:30, so plan on being here at 5 o'clock so that you don't miss it. Sadly to say, I think attendance has been relatively sparse at this ceremony in years past, and I would like to see that change a little bit. So I would like to encourage each and every one that's in the room to try to carve out a little bit of time on their Tuesday evening and help those veterans who are members of Post 771 recognize their comrades in arms. And finally, I just want to mention, a couple Sundays ago, had the pleasure of attending an event at the Kokonas Furniture that recently opened. It was packed to the gills that day. If you haven't had an opportunity to go in that facility, they did a fantastic job with it. It looks great, both inside and out. They're a family business, multi-generational in existence, and I think it's great that Heath has them here in town now, and if you get a chance, go check them out and say hello. I think it's another indication in general that our business environment here in Heath continues to grow, both from large businesses and family-owned and small businesses. They're all very important to our local economy. And you know, the very minor role that we as city government can play to foster positive business environment in the community, I know that we are, and I hope we continue to do what we can in that area. That's all I have, Mr. President. Thank you.
Thank you. Auditor Alexander, who will be having a birthday on November 9th, you have the floor next.
Thank you, Mr. President. I too want to just recognize those in attendance and note that the seating arrangement, they could not have stood farther apart from each other. I'm not sure what that's all about. I'm just observing. Thank you, Mr. President.
Thank you. Live Director Morrison.
I have nothing, thank you.
We're going to start with the November 12th birthday boy, Dick Maurer.
Thank you. Welcome to everyone. The first part of the award is pretty impressive with the youth and also with the veterans. To Kim Geller, congratulations. 25 years, Steve Blom is 22 and still chasing you. Reminder, vote tomorrow. And good luck to everybody, and Chief Huggins did a nice job spearheading.
Thank you. Mr. Hefner.
Thank you, Mr. President. Welcome to all visitors that are left. Chief, Knob, Brian, good job. Helping things out on the budget. I think it's going to be good. I think it's going to pass. Kim, congratulations. Steve Rock, he'll be a hard one to replace, I'll tell you. He works hard. Nothing else. Thank you, Mr. President.
Thank you. Mr. Johnson.
Thank you, Mr. President.
certainly congratulations to the Heath High School theater department, Olivia Hirschman, that's pretty impressive. And definitely want to thank the mayor and Doug for all the work you guys did on negotiating those contracts. Kept us spending unnecessary money, and so this was okay, you guys. Thank you. And Chief Higgins, I think you did an exceptional job running your campaign. You were busy. You were out, and you had the firemen out, so I think you did a great job. So I hope everybody supports the fire levy. And Becky, that was half the smile I saw when they were talking about the new sound system. And, so you did our business.
Yes.
That's it.
This is cool.
Mr. President, I also want to welcome everyone and wish the neighbor here a happy birthday on the 9th. Thank you to Kim for all of her years of service to the city of Heath, and congratulations. And I just want to say, remind everybody again to vote tomorrow. I think that it's hard to ask people to pay more taxes, but I think there's 4 really important budgets on the ballot this time. Fire levy, goes without saying, that equipment, not having funds to pay for it, children's services levy, there's anything more important than safety of children, I'm not sure what it is. The senior levy, we're all going to be needing those services at some point, and they do so much for this community. And the library levy, we already talked about that, there is something to say. It's hard to say. We'll yes for all 4 levies, but I just can't imagine saying that any of them, so that's all I have.
Mr. Henry.
Thank you, Mr. President. I'd like to welcome everyone here, and Kim, congratulations for 25 years. You've always been a good one. We'll be the next 25, I hope. And Keith,
thank you, sir.
Tonight was a good day. That's people make all kids. And I I'd like to thank the mayor for the proclamations. My son is involved with that this year. I've got the package at home from President Obama before he retired officially from the Army. Congratulations. And 2 generals, recognition and appreciation. I think about it, and Nick, the Heath, that was a good job. I planned on going. I love those things, but my nephew decided to move that day, so I had to go. Thank you, Mr. President.
Thank you. Mr. Crable.
Welcome, usual suspects out there this evening. Good to see everybody. Congratulations to Kim Geller. 25 years, that's awesome. Praying for a successful fire levy campaign. Chief, we got a little bit of a late start, but I think the organization speaks for itself. We can't really go anywhere without seeing a fire levy sign somewhere. And I know my son and I walked the streets of several, and didn't get any negative comments whatsoever. So the city is very proud of its safety forces and inspired.
Thank you.
I'd be shocked if it doesn't happen. So, thanks.
Lynn, anything tonight? We'll start down below with the 25-year award winner. Tom Geller.
Nothing.
Bob Geller. Tom Ruff.
Perfect.
Chief Mason.
Nothing, sir.
Chief Hogan.
Nothing tonight, thanks.
Do you want to rah-rah speak?
Kent Mallett did a heck of a job during the article, too. It was very nice. If he was here, I'd pat him. Thanks.
Because of that trip. So that's going on, and I wish she hadn't left. Your pen left because Shelby Robbins, I think she was president of council when she was in youth and government, and I was going to give her the gavel to come up here and run the meeting. And I should have done that right off the get-go, and I didn't, and I wish I had now. So.
You said that out loud. That was Sergeant Lawrence here. Okay, that's all I have. Let's see. New business, none. Reading of bids?
Oh, yeah. Yeah, the impound on auction was costing $14,508. Thank you, Mr. President.
Thank you. Under miscellaneous, I just want to mention that we had one letter of interest to occupy the auditor's position once Heath officially retires. That was from a Mr. J. Morrow.
He's still here.
He's still here. And we will have an interview him November the 10th, which is next Monday night at 6:30, if you're available. I think so. It shouldn't last more than about 6-7 hours. So come prepared.
I'm just saying, how much of the coals of stuff?
Anyone else have anything else for miscellaneous? If not,
Motion for adjournment.
second. All right, all in favor say aye. Aye. 9:07, minus an hour, 8:07.